It has taken me about 5 months to work up the courage to review this video. I haven't even like watched it back one time, at least, well, until I started making this video. The reason is CEO 2023 was like the breakout performance I always wanted. I got wins on Raif, followed by Arslan Ash, followed by Chikarin. So strong Jhin player from Saudi Arabia, and then 2 former world champions. Arslan Ash actually the most recent world champion, so not even former. It was the best I'd ever played. I'm terrible offline, and it felt so good to have that amazing performance. I even like went to CEO planning how I would do my like ring walk-up entrance for top 8 if I made it. So it was like a dream come true. And then the winner's side happened, and I had to fight Pinya, the world's best Master Raven. And at first, I was like pretty confident because Master Raven might be one of Noctis's best matchups. Master Raven is still really good and explosive and tricky, but Noctis has the best tools to kind of shut her down and control her. So let me talk about the matchup real quick. If you don't care, you just want to see the games, jump to the timestamp below. And if you kind of enjoy the content I've been doing with this kind of stuff, please leave a like, subscribe. Comments are great. Let's get right into the analysis. So, Master Raven versus Noctis. Versus Noctis. Master Raven is a very tricky character. She has the snake dash. Actually, Pinya has pioneered or kind of like made famous Master Raven's like wave dash that she can do. It's existed before, but Pinya is kind of the world's best player to implement it regularly. So it's called the Pinya dash. She basically can go under highs. She can auto low parry lows during the stance, so she becomes a menace to try to keep out. Out of that stance, the crouch dash, she has the instant while standing 2, this elbow that comes out in 13 frames and counter hit launches. It's super deadly and it's safe, so you can't even parry it because it's an elbow. There's not a lot of counterplay except to not swing when she's doing it, or do a move that's a little bit faster. But at 13 frames, you'd be hard-pressed to find one. The last thing that is, I guess, bad, which makes her exploitable, is that she has slow interrupts. Her down forward one is really like short range, kind of chunky, and she kind of sits out there and throws it out for a bit. She doesn't really have very strong interrupt options. So the answer to Master Raven is to hit her. You don't want to let her get started. You don't want her to approach you freely. You want to like just smack her over and over and force her to play around your attack timings. The only thing that makes that a bit hard is in Season 4, they gave her 114, I think is the input. It's like a 10-frame counter hit jab string that wall splats. So your statistically best chance is to swing into her as much as possible without getting counter hit by that or while standing 2. It's a tricky line to balance, but it is the statistically kind of the most advantageous way to play against the character. And Noctis is the one to do it, okay? 2-2. Almost a range 3 mid string that is safe. Down back 1-1 plus 2. Range 2 mid string, but tracks the other way of 2-2. So he has good coverage for both side steps against when trying to hit Master Raven mid. Finally, down 2, the sword low gets around that auto low parry buff that Maven has. So he can hit her low, he can hit her mid, and he can do it from range. Very, very powerful. If Master Raven actually does get in, then she has to contend with up forward 1 and forward 1 plus 2. She has to attack without getting counter hit launched. So Noctis is in a hugely advantageous position. So I felt pretty comfortable going into this match. But let's look at how Pinya navigates this really, really nasty matchup. But wow, this was such a fun tournament. And being, again, the last American, the crowd was pulling for me, and everyone was so supportive. It was really, really cool. First match, Twilight Conflict is the stage. Pinya on the player 1 side. Me as Noctis on the player 2 side. Yeah, wow. It was... It's been a long time since I've seen this match. Alright, so nice opening with the low. That low does a few things. It gets around Noctis's up forward 1 and my jabs. So it's pretty good. And here... you'll notice that I get this sidestep and do absolutely nothing. This is absolutely stage nerves. I had never been in a top 8 before. We're getting used to the setups. We're getting used to the crowd noise. I sidestepped that, was surprised I did, and just didn't even know how to punish. But there, Pinya does the little mini snake dash. Not even like a snake dash. He just holds the full crouch here. And then my up forward 1, big counter hit on whatever move he chose to do. So it was probably that while standing 2 elbow. Great timing by me. Mess up the combo, mess up the spacing. Big whiff. I sidestep his, like, it's like a hell sweep. You know, it's, I think it's called black hole or something. No, that's the stance. I don't even know. I'm not even going to pretend to know the moves. Maven is confusing. He messes up the hell sweep. I do down forward 1. She get low profiles underneath it. The best option I could have done here is maybe down forward 2. Her response misses. So we're scrambling here. This is crazy. I go for a low parry after my forward 1+2. He blocks my demo man. And this is something I probably should have picked up on is a lot of the Asian players are actually like not afraid to duck at all. A lot of the American players I would fight are kind of a bit more wary about it. So new international experience for me. My 2-2 clips him and the down forward 1-2 extension catches him, I believe, moving here. So here, if you do anything except stand block or crouch block, you get hit. The sword is a special mid. That's why you can crouch block. 2-2. And this is what I'm talking about. If Maven is coming in on you, hitting 2-2 is such a strong answer. He plays sidestep right. Then he hits me. I do 2-2 forward 2, trying to hit him like mashing, basically. He punishes with 4-1, does a little back turn, and there is a common Master Raven setup that we need to be very attentive of. So he does this back turn knee, and then he does an instant crouch dash while standing 2. I do a down 2, trying to clip him out of the crouch dash, but it's very important to recognize that that knee isn't like negative enough to stop her from acting. So it makes sense for her to do the crouch dash. And then here, big wall combo damage. Delayed string catches me, but he doesn't get a nice combo here. Second hit high, I don't duck. And now I'm in rage. It's a bit ugly. Throw the rage drive. Nothing hits. Unsafe string. Not worth. The only reason to do this string at distance is you're trying to clip your opponent like moving at the wall, right? So it's a wall splat, and you see how Maven sidestepped? If I had a stronger read, I could just rip the 1+2 right away. But he put out a block just in time to stop the homing move. So a bit of a scramble in round 2, kind of hard to tell what was going on, but Pinya got a lot of advantage off of, and damage, honestly, not even advantage, just straight damage off of his like little setups, big wall combo damage, and then punishing me for my unsafe stuff. He gets a big counter hit on my down forward 1. Let's run that back a little bit here. Just talking a bit. Sidestep 2, I do an immediate mid check. He does the elbow just to check me moving backwards. Sidestep left against the while standing forward. Noctis sidestep left is very, very good against Master Raven's while standing moves. Most of her kit loses to his sidestep left. But he gets a nice counter hit there. Wall combo. And this is the problem with Master Raven. Like, look at how red my life bar is here. Anytime you get counter hit or launched, the damage is devastating, right? You can only survive one of these combos, and then the next one will kill. Playing 2-2 again, just trying to clip him, and he gets an amazing sidewalk left. This is the counter to Noctis's 2-2, but what surprised me is usually 2-2 is pseudo-homing after the first 2-2 hits. So the fact that Master Raven can sidewalk it left blew my mind. I was kind of caught off guard, and I was caught off guard that he tried it, considering I'd shown down back 1+2 to track it. Does an unsafe move. I do down forward 1s to check. Forward 1+2 gets parried. He doesn't duck. I get a beautiful parry. And then the wall was too far away. This is the same down forward 1-4. This is a similar setup that I did against Chikarin. I did down forward 4-2-4, but it was also this high kick. Throw the parry against the jab. And here Noctis gets down forward 4-2, down back 1+2. But I didn't realize that I was a little too far for this kick to hit. I should have done the spear. If I do the spear right away, she just dies. But I've never run into that situation before. It was the first time I've seen that situation. So many scrambles, and he kept it really cool with the down 4 to kill. So I'm advancing, playing down 2. Don't want to get counter hit, but also, again, want to hit Master Raven. 2-2, up forward 1. He just blocks. No duck on the string. This string is very important to duck against Master Raven because otherwise he gets like this free mid poke, and you don't want to give it to him. Although I believe in Tekken 8, this string... No. In Tekken 8, there's a different string that jails. But either way, you want to keep an eye for this one. Counter hit, sidestep 2. Pinya doesn't roll, so he gets refloated. I actually read this, but Noctis down back 1+2 is not reliable at tracking after a side roll. So she side rolls here. I go for this, which would catch that back roll. But it's just not good enough at tracking in that situation. I'd probably have to do down forward 2 or just hit him on the ground. Small punish here. Jab him out of the back turn stance. Running 1+2 whiffs. Like, Pinya's movement is so effective against Noctis. And this is painful. This is a very, very painful moment. A lack of practice. Noctis, in addition to all of his neutral advantages, has a great situation here. If Master Raven does down forward 2, she can either stop and stay back turn. She can do a high kick after, or she can do a mid kick. If Master Raven chooses the first two options, Noctis down forward 2 automatically goes under the high and punishes. So here, instead of trying to duck, I could have just hit down forward 2 and won. Unfortunately, I had not practiced, and that's paying the price for it. Forward 1+2 clips at range, and look at this little flash duck that Pinya gets, right? Plus 11, and I do up forward 1 just to catch a mash attempt, and he's down there. Just a quick flash duck, so that's a little scary. Like, I should be very cognizant of that, because I could totally die. Now, this is genius right here. So here, I sidewalk and do down forward 4-2, and because I have his side, I can't do down forward 4-2-4. That high kick, he can duck underneath it. So anticipating that, I go for the mid, thinking he'll duck. But he, as specialist at Master Raven, knows that he can parry from back turn. So he gets around it. I play 2-2 immediately to keep him in check. And then down forward 4-2. This was really scary, actually, because I'm 2-2, I'm -9. But again, you know there's an extension, right? So I could have thrown the extension. He understands that. He blocks a little longer. He sees that I stopped and then throws his rage drive. That little hesitation gets him hit by my follow-up here. 2-2 final round. A total scramble of a match. A lot of sidewalking to the rear. But he does a double Pinya step in the final round to get me with a hell sweep. 1-2. Going underneath my jab. Down 4. And here I'm kind of slowing down, but I do find the forward 1+2. I was about to criticize myself by not poking him more. Here, pushing my offense. Small lead here. Get hit by the high again. No duck. Just keeping him in check with the down forward 1. Again, Master Raven does not have good interrupts, right? So if he wants to interrupt me, he has to commit to an unsafe string. If he's wrong, I can wall splat him. So down forward 1, down forward 1. Just keep him in check. Down 2. Block. That's the wrong punish, PhiDX. Same setup. We saw this earlier in the round, right? He does this back turn knee, and then he does the instant while standing 2. I adjust with a block, but I get clipped out of my backdash. He got a lot of health back, too. Look at the situation. That string and that clipping me with 2 extra moves after. Just sloppy movement on my part. Oh, this is so unfortunate. That was a forward 1+2. This spear I tried to throw. But because he dashed into my face, it ate my next forward input. So we jousted for the kill, and he ended up winning. And then he catches me not blocking with this next string to kill me. Pinya, very deadly. It looked like he was totally doomed, right? But a few lucky hits and just a willingness to push advantage against the person attacking him, especially Noctis, who has the range advantage, has everything going. He didn't care. He'll use his advancing elbow just to get in. And that's kind of like, it's like stupid brave. It's actually kind of effective, because if you think about it, the 2-2 does not do enough damage to end your life. You're more scared of the forward 1+2, right? The 2 daggers. So if he's spending all his time playing back and worrying about it, he's not going to get any of his offense going. And in tournament 1st to 2 settings, you have to play your offense. You have to play your game. So by challenging my advancing moves all the time, he actually gets a lot done. Getting the crowd going. Pinya is such a cool guy. Very, very chill. And it was really fun fighting him. We were actually hanging out a bit backstage and just like chilling out, watching the other matches and like reacting together, since I don't really speak Japanese very well. Single snake dash. Hell sweep here. Double snake dash. I sidewalk left to beat the mid. He tried to mix me up. Does the elbow again. And now I'm playing forward dashes. In actuality, I don't think the forward dashes are that good. I should probably just play the hitboxes. But, you know, I didn't get hit and he's not swinging. There, my jab gets low profiled by the while standing 2. This is part of the nastiness of Master Raven and why I should be playing my mid pokes, right? I jab here, he goes under. And here he whiff punishes with while standing 1 out of the crouch dash. This was really sick because up forward 1 is one of Noctis's key moves, right? So I throw it out here and I thought I was like, okay, pretty safe. He can't really do much, but he was looking. He's already crouching and he adjusts by doing the crouch dash while standing 1. And this combo damage is absolutely devastating. Doesn't really get the full combo, but, you know, one hit to kill. Very, very scary as soon as you get counter hit by Raven. And even though Noctis has all this control, he doesn't get colossal reward off it unless he hits the counter hit forward 1+2. There I swing a little too early. Down forward 2 is a punish on any of those hits. Start playing back 2 and a little overzealous right here. Back 2, I'm +6. I forward dash, back 2, I'm -9. I'm supposed to stop attacking. I try to hit an up forward 1 and Pinya plays in frame. I disrespected the frame situation. Pinya checks me for it. And this combo, I don't think it'll kill, but yeah, just like one hit again. Little punish. I try to... this throw is to try to get the wall position. Noctis' 2 throw will switch sides, so I can get his back to the wall and get to my strong side on player 1. And I think this back 1-2 is actually down back 1+2, trying to mid-check him. Messed up the input. Power crushes, I punish. Down back 1+2. Ooh, up forward 1. This could have been a whiff punish to kill. If I knew the pushback better, I hit down forward 2 and kill him. But I was not confident. I was like, let me just please counter hit him. But look at that. I'm getting a lot of the life back. Like, the lead is almost gone. Low parry. Here we go. Nice. Pinya doing a lot of attacking on my -9 with a low poke. So I got mileage out of that in the first round when I did forward 1+2. But here is where the disaster really starts. If you saw the thumbnail, this is the move that does it. Down forward 3. The Ravens I play against never use this move. And this beats Noctis' up forward 1 as like a perfect counter. So you can see Noctis wind up. I'm about to throw the face stab. But she goes completely underneath it. This was a timing issue, by the way. Like he just outsped me. But you'll see later that it just completely goes underneath the move. Yeah, this is going to be a ton of damage. Look at this. Over 60% from the combo. Right, well, the combo does 50%. He gives up the super strong ender to get like a low poke here. And then he low pokes again for 70% off that one interaction. No punish on the Hell Sweep. Demo Man is parried. I forgot that parry could parry lows. And here's just a straight up whiff punish. I do forward 1+2 from too far. Again, trying to control Master Raven with the hitboxes, but this is just way too far. Whiff punish, and this should be dead. One super strong counter hit at the beginning, and then one whiff punish. Not a good look. Very, very scary. In tournament, that is one of the toughest losses. What I recommend is you just gotta pretend it didn't happen. Like, clean up your play, but pretend that didn't just happen, because you can't be worried about that when you have to make the next play. And as you can see, I'm hesitant to attack again. So instant Hell Sweep while he's out of crouch. Wave dash Hell Sweep one more time. He tries to do it again, and now I'm at 50%. I need to hit him. I need to keep him in control. There we go. Counter hit forward 1+2. Should have been doing way more of that, just not whiffing it. Big combo. Even life bar. A little bit of a lead for me. Crouch mix up. Hell Sweeps again. And the problem about the Hell Sweep mix up over and over here is that I'm at an HP where if he does the mid, I probably die. Right? If I don't die here, I have like 1 HP left. So it makes sense for me to just stand block. And it makes sense for him to read that and go low again. Right? Tries to counter hit me. I counter hit him. Not this time, Pinya. Final round. And there it is one more time. I didn't even do up forward 1 this time, but it would have gone under and killed me. I play 2-2 immediately, and he wins. Start of round variance is not worth playing into. In case you don't know, regardless of the speeds of your move, the start of the round doesn't like buffer your input. So even if you do a faster move, if you're like a frame late, you don't get that leniency of the game absorbing your input and then putting it out as soon as fight, and you're both like, as soon as the word fight comes up, you don't get your input if you hit it early. You have to hit it on time. So that creates situations at the starts of rounds where you could just lose even if your move is a little faster, and so it's just not worth pressing at the beginning, and I pay the price for it here. And remember, this is going to be horrible for my life bar. 50%. He does a mid, I block. I'm playing 2-2, up forward 1. He doesn't get counter hit. And I have a huge hill to climb here. Counter hit out of my up forward 1. This is tough and a great choice by Pinya, doing low profile moves to get under the counter hit high, the comeback tool. Down 2, good block. And there's a Hell Sweep. And like, what in the world? He was on it. Like, he was on it. And like the adjustments were absolutely incredible. He saw that up forward one was like bodying him in the first game, so he starts playing all these low profile moves and choosing the down forward three. Even though he didn't beat my up forward one explicitly, it was like such a good answer to just counter that move. And the last thing is he recognized that if he just hell sweeps over and over and I don't block any of them, it is such in his advantage, right? And this is just so ugly, right? Noctis doesn't have a really good fast counter hit mid. He has to check it with down forward one. He has, unless he has the space to forward 1+2, it's pretty okay for the Maven to do the hell sweep at point blank. So incredible display by Pinya. I would say, you know, he really played into this matchup in some really good ways and some less than good ways. So here, a lot of American Ravens I play are kind of accustomed to me throwing out forward 1+2 like this, so they won't really challenge from a distance like that. I think that's a mix of player inexperience and like style differences in Japan. Like the Japanese Noctises play a bit differently. But what Pinya did really well on Maven is he was playing the sidewalk left to make me second guess my 2-2. He was getting huge conversions whenever he did have an opportunity, and he was just being willing to rip that hell sweep. Again, in tournament first to two, you have to believe in your offense, you have to believe in your plays, and you just have to go for it. So this was a tough match to rewatch because I felt like I was on a huge momentum rise. I felt like when I played this match, I was struggling to like lock in and like play my game the way I wanted to. And even though I was really happy I made top 8, it was like, man, if only I rested a little more, if I ate a bit lighter, maybe if I like didn't socialize as much after and just kind of like took time to myself, I was kind of so like frazzled by going everywhere and like having this new experience of doing so well in tournament. So next time we'll have a better plan, but I wanted to wrap up all of the CEO match reviews before, you know, we go into Tekken 8, before we go into the finals, things like that. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment if you have any questions or if I left anything out. And leave a like if you enjoy this kind of content, and subscribe for more. I'll catch you next time. Peace.